Good morning. Good morning. So apologies that I'm late. We've had some issues with our streaming software this morning. Some network issues. So apologies for that, but I'm here now. So this morning, I want to ask you a question. So which of these two statements gels with you the most? I create my life and I control the outcomes. Or life happens to me. So which of these resonates most with you? I'm James Foster, and this is the Careers Mastery Revolution. So I control my own life. I have control of the events that are going on in my life. Well, actually, to be honest, nobody does. We don't have the control of things that are going on. We do not know, what's going to happen. We can't control the economy. We can't control how anything transpires in global events. We couldn't control the situation with Ukraine. We couldn't control the cost of living crisis that went on after it. So from that context, we're all victims to some extent of events. But that's the same for everybody. And then what you do with that is what actually this statement is all about. I control my life. I will be in control of the circumstances that I can affect. That's what we're talking about here. Or are you just one of these people that it happens and basically you become a victim literally of these events? So we don't have, how can I put this? So we don't have control of our own outcomes. We don't have control of our own agendas. That's the essential difference here. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And it's the same for everybody. It rains on the rich, it rains on the poor. The rich make use of the rain as it comes. The poor hide in a shelter out of the way. The sun shines on the righteous, the sun shines on the unrighteous. Exactly the same principle. The rich make use of the sun while it's there, the poor don't. Now, there are events that are bad that happen to people, and there's nothing we can do about that. But what you do, your mental attitude, the way you treat these things, how you get on, how you look at the stuff that you can control rather than the stuff that you can't control, and progress your life in that direction. Career mastery is about taking control of the events as they occur to us, as they happen to us, in such a way that the outcomes are within our own grasp, as it were. So we're not, how can I put this? We're not the victim of what goes on. A redundancy happens at work. We don't become a victim of that redundancy. The contract that we were supposed to get through, that everybody had been promising us, doesn't happen. We don't become a victim of that. We do something about it to rescue the situation if it's rescuable, to learn from that situation, to take what we've done there and move it into something else. People that are in control are always thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead as to what they can do, how they can affect the outcome of an event when it occurs. It's, I suppose, like playing chess strategically, where you're planning several moves ahead. If I do this, they could do that or that. So if they do that or that, then I can do this or this. It's that preemptive thinking, that that preemptive way of of doing things that ensures that we're always in control of the outcomes, or as in control as it's possible. So life doesn't just happen to you. You don't end up getting redundant and find yourself out of work. If you're in line to get redundant, you know it's coming up. You've already prepared and planned for the next eventuality. You've already preset the whole environment so that the potential job opportunities are already knocking on your door. You've already thought ahead and preemptively gone for the next opportunity, as it were. And in fact, people in that way, with that sort of mindset, are never, shall we say, content with their, no, content's not the right word. They're never happy just to let things lie. You know, I used to have a program when I was in recruitment called Market Watch, and the objective of Market Watch was that I would work with hiring managers to constantly be looking at the resource that they may be needing coming up, so that they've already got a shortlist in mind when the opportunities arise, and so therefore they could go for the particular candidate as soon as the need arose. And the candidates on the other side were brought into Market Watch in exactly the same way. And it's this Market Watch principle I'm talking about here. You don't just settle for what you've got at the time. You're looking at what the potential next opportunity could be, who it could be with. You're already having discussions with people, not about having a job today, but where you might be able to work beneficially in the future. Not, how can I put this? You're not pitching for a job today. You're simply working with people to understand where there is a mutually beneficial opportunity and what value you could bring to each other. It could be that value is immediate, in so much that you could partner and work together. It could be that in 6 or 7 months' time, an opportunity comes up that is just right for you, and it takes your career to the next level. It could be that when you hit that redundancy, that they're ready to move for you. They know all about you and they can bring you on board. So it's a mechanism by which you pre-plan, you preempt what might go on in your life from a career perspective. And that is one of the main principles of the Career Mastery Program. I'm not talking here about you're having interviews every week or whatever. I'm talking about you're making strategic alliances with people. You're working, you're connecting with people, you're networking with people, you're building up a rapport with people. They know you, they know what you bring, they know the value you add. You know them, you know what you can do for them, you know their problems that you can solve. This is preempting the situation and staying on top of it. You may have several years to run in the current job, and that's great. Nobody's saying that you should be looking to move all the time. That's not the point of this principle. The point of this principle is that you're constantly in the market and opportunities come knocking on your door. And when they come knocking on your door, you are ready to take on those opportunities. Or when the bad things happen, as it were, you've already preset the market and you can go and tap a few people up and go, hey, things have changed for me. I'm ready to move on when you're ready for me. That's not quite the wording you would use. The approach is more subtle than that. But the point is valid. The point is you are in control of the situation. Pre-planning your promotion, pre-planning the work that you're going to be doing, so that you are strategically moving yourself all the way through your career, is all part of the same process. You are looking for your next career opportunity, whether it's internally or externally. You're looking for when the timing of that next career opportunity is going to occur. You're looking at when the how can I put this? When it is strategically right for you to make that move, when you have gained the experience, when you have gained the qualifications, when you have something specifically to offer. And by constantly working with your own line management, with other people within your organization, so that they are aware of the value that you can add and bring, then when you're ready, they will be ready to move you into the role with more responsibility, or else you're going elsewhere. so it's a matter of, if you've got the merit, a company that's a meritocracy company, when you've got the merit, they will want to give you the means to, as it were, use your skills, your ambition, your capabilities, and to allow you to expand and take your career to the next step. Because that's what good companies do. Uh, and if they're not a good company, they just want to use you sitting in the same role, then you're going to be moving on anyway. So you're losing nothing. What you're doing is constantly preparing the road ahead. My next career move, the bigger responsibility, the skills that I'm going to need to do that, the experience I've got to gain along the way to get it. This is your thought process all the time. And that thought process will move your career forward. And even if that comes to a complete transition of your career into something completely different, then that is something that you can preempt as well, being prepared. If you ever make that transition, that pivotal transition in your life, you already know that you want to do it. It's something that's already been at the back of your mind. And the preparation and planning for that is something that you do along the way. So nothing is controlling you. You're not drifting with what's going on in the world. You're constantly looking ahead at what you can do to circumvent events, as it were, so that when the bad stuff happens, you're already set up to deal with that and to move on. It's You can't plan for everything, that's true, but you can be prepared as you possibly can, so that when events happen, you have got the best opportunity to be in control of those events. That is what we're referring to, and that is an essential part of the Career Mastery program, the Career Mastery Revolution. We help you to turn your whole mindset into one of pre-planning, of strategy, of preemptive movement, constantly building your network, constantly building rapport with the right people, constantly looking how you can achieve that next step, but in such a way that it doesn't deter from what you're doing today, but it actually enhances what you're doing today for the company that you're with right now. Career Mastery Revolution, then. With the description of this video, there will be, they're not there at the moment, but there will be a couple of links, and we have one here, the Career Mastery Revolution, the Maverick Guide to Career Mastery. This is an ebook that I have, which talks about how you can control your career, essentially how you can take charge of your career. And also, there are other links within there for my Ultimate CV Guide, which will show you not how to write a CV. It is how to write a CV, but it's really about how you showcase who you are and what value you bring. So, Career Mastery Revolution, then. Have a look at what we've got and get back to me. Set up a meeting with me. There'll be a link for that in the description as well, and we can talk about you and about how the Career Mastery Revolution can impact you. Thanks very much. This is James Foster from Careers Matter.